Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for Solana. I'm just out on the 4-hour chart. I wanted to show you my primary account, and that is that we're making 5 waves in an impulse to the upside. And important to keep in mind on the larger trend, this is all the third wave on a larger trend, in which we'd get a 4th wave after and another 5th wave to the upside. We're just down on the 4-hour. I had a buy box area between 59.19 and 87.77 for spot buy for the longer term trend. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. But right now we're in a either correction or an impulse to the upside. Hard to differentiate just because we are at the top end of previous consolidation as support currently. And we'll go down to the 1-hour chart here. And originally what I was expecting here is a 1-to-1 extension. Kind of hard to see here. Let me point that out. Our 1-to-1 extension was at 72.19, and that's our 1-to-1 of this current A off the B. And also had this as a ending diagonal to the downside, which is a 3, 3, looking for another 3 to the downside, targeting around that same area. You can see my buy box right here, the 618 extension of this wave 1 and 2. We're coming up shy right now, and it appears we're moving potentially impulsively. So I pulled the fibs of our wave 3, and we'd expect to reject to the downside here if we're getting this 5th wave at this 618. So we'd expect it to drop at any point here on Solana if we're getting this move, because there is an alternative if there's too much buying pressure here that we could be complete. And what that would look like, I'll just show you that real quick, is this would get adjusted, and this would be our B wave, and this would all be a triangle, because we're in a series of 3s there. And as you can see, it would just be in A, B, C, D, E, and then we get a zigzag to complete, and this is a W, X, Y, a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So I don't love that count. I need a little more information on this chart. I like it over here the way it was. Reason being is, Reason being is this isn't. It just looks a little better, and the fact that our targets are down here, it's a little bit optimistic to consider it done currently at the moment. Where does that 1-to-1 line up? Yeah, our 1-to-1 is still lower as well than even this current target. So waiting to see what happens here. Obviously, I'm open to the fact that our correction could be done. It's possible. I always look between the 618 and the 1-to-1 extension. I'd like to hit the 1-to-1 just to get confident on account, but we are past the 618, which is the minimum requirement. So it is potentially done, but I'm not confident enough to trade it yet. So down on the micro, this is our 618. You can see you have the third wave down. We can come a little bit past it. It just switches probabilities that we're potentially done. But the 1-to-1 extension of this first wave off the second wave is up at 95. But again, as you know, I look between the 618 and the 100. So this doesn't look impulsive. This would have to be some sort of diagonal. It doesn't even have the nice shape of a diagonal. So having a hard time seeing this as anything other than corrective. Obviously, if these waves pan out, my mind can change. But this looks like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. So it can come pretty high. So we'll see what happens here on Solana. But if we do get an impulse to the upside, I wouldn't be interested till we at least break this wave 2, even though it switches probabilities. I would be more interested in waiting and seeing if this does end up being 1, 2, 1, 2. I'd let the 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 play out, and then I'd look for my retrace and look for an entry over here. I would have missed you know, if we get a standard impulse, would have missed 20%-ish, or not even, sorry, because we'd get our correction back, maybe 10% move, because you'd expect 5-wave moves up, and then we would expect a correction back, right? So not too much has changed on Solana. I'd love to get a move to the downside just to complete this correction in our target area. But if there is too much buying pressure here, we'll start to pay attention once we break this trend line and break that wave 2. And I'll look for a trading strategy entry in here for that move to the upside in the 5th wave. All right, guys, that's it for Solana. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos if you want to see the updates, and I'll catch you on the next one.